Ken Doherty, a repeat of a certain World Championship final 3 years ago. Do you remember? It was Ken's championship, effectively. He came back and back and back, beat Paul Hunter in the semi-final, only to fall short against Mark Williams. I'm sure there's a little bit of history, maybe a little bit of revenge on this one.
There could be. That was an absolutely fantastic final. You're quite right. I mean, what Ken did there was unbelievable. Everybody thought he was gone, he wasn't going to come back. I think it was 15-9 behind to Paul Hunter, and he came back and won, and then of course it went 16-all, and Mark played two fantastic frames to beat him. But you know, they've played each other lots of times, plenty of respect. Toss of a coin again, Hazel. And
again, it's as we were discussing earlier on, you've got Mark, who is definitely the single ball potter supreme, and you've got the wily character in Ken Doherty. But how do you think Ken looked in terms of his fluency in that frame against Hendry?
Very. I think he's probably looked as good as anybody here. I know it's only one frame and it's difficult to judge, but against Stephen, he got his chance and he never looked like being anywhere other than in position, and it was absolutely superb. His cue ball control was excellent. He seems in very good spirits, yes, which he always does anyway. He's a lovely lad anyway. And Mark looks like he's got the attitude that, not that he doesn't care, that's wrong, but that he's not totally bothered, which is very dangerous.
Indeed, yes. Well, both of them, I'm sure, care. There's £10,000 up for grabs today, which isn't bad for 3 frames work, is it? So who will prevail and go through to the final? Let's get Richard Bear. He will be doing the introductions once again. All yours, Richard.
Will you welcome the reigning China Open champion, the Welsh potting machine, Mark Williams, and the reigning Malta Cup champion, the darling of Dublin, Ken Doherty.
So Arian Williams is our referee for this one.
Heads, please.
Is it tails, Mark? Okay.
Okay, all the best.
Handshakes, and in we go. Steve Davis, I think it's just going to grab a quick word before we get underway.
Gentlemen, just before we start, Ken, superb form in beating Stephen Hendry in that first match.
It's great, wasn't it?
Well, it was for you. You look like
it's nice to give him a pacing, was it?
He gave him a pacing in one of the finals.
He looked so sorry, didn't he, in that chair? It was great.
He did look a bit glum, didn't he?
That's not often Stephen looks glum, in all fairness, is it?
He took it well. He took it well. He's actually on his way back up to Off-Torado now, isn't he?
It's a shame.
Never mind. You look like you're playing Off-Torado, is that right?
Somewhere up
there. You look like you're playing pretty well, though, cueing well.
Well, to be honest, I was shaking on most shots, but I don't know how they were going in. No, it was really good. I mean, it's very enjoyable. It's a great tournament. It's, I mean, you know more about it than most. Like, you know, you've played it a few times, so. But it's a great format. It's a great place, and I think all the players are really enjoying themselves.
You're up against the tough player who played very well in his first match against Sean Murphy. A great blue down the rail, fantastic pink and black mark.
Yeah, it looked like I was going to get hammered. He was on the 40-yard and looked like he was going to clear up really, and missed the pink and let me in, and I potted a few good balls and managed to win on the black. That
£10,000 first prize seems to have, all of a sudden you look like you're trying instead of just sort of laid back, Mark Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was your preparation like yesterday? I mean, did you put lots of practice in, get an early night?
Yeah, I did, yeah. You know what I was, it was with you.
OK, fair enough. Good luck, lads.
OK, thank you.
Yeah, 2 of the most likeable characters in the game. One mistake or one big break could make all the difference. Here we go.
Thank you, Mark Williams to break.
Pretty good break-off shot there from Mark Williams. Okay, there's a tempter to the right corner, but it's far from easy. Oh, what a pot. What a cracking pot to start this semi-final. They don't come much better than that. Mark Williams did pass a comment there to Ken Doherty. It's Mark that's supposed to be the best single ball potter in the game, but that was a bit special. And given himself An early chance here.
Six.
Just got to be a little bit careful here when he cannons the other red to make sure he leaves himself on the black.
Seven.
I think he's just about okay. It could be tight.
God bless your eyesight.
You got the spec service.
Well, Steve Davis has dashed back up to the commentary box. A good interview there. A lot of fun with the boys. That's
14.
great stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, the lads really enjoy this particular competition. Not so much pressure on.
15.
The standard's been brilliant though, hasn't it, Dennis?
Absolutely amazing. I mean, we've had breaks, we've had a couple of black ball finishes. Terrific stuff. I mean, considering they're just playing one frame, it's quite amazing.
22.
Dennis, in the old days of pot black, Eddie Charlton would probably just about have broken off by now.
I think they'd still have been tossing the coin. That was a great line. Sidney Lee, who used to referee all the pot blacks, he was a great professional as well with Sidney, but I remember
29.
making a mistake once, and John Spencer was playing Eddie Charlton, he tossed the coin and he said, "John Spencer has won the break and will toss." Got it the wrong way around.
30.
So, from what we thought was a pretty good break-off shot from Mark Williams, it's all Ken Doherty after that superb opening red.
$36. $37.
Yeah, he purposely played up for the yellow or green there because he was going a bit too close to the blue. That's why he didn't try to hold for the blue. Looks as if the brown's going to be the best one to get him to the next red.
It's a good tip there for any club players wanting to improve their game. If you're
41.
playing down for that blue, always make sure you get the right side of the blue, and even if you go too far, you're on those balk colours, and then you have so much choice, room for manoeuvre, playing any one of those balk colours. Unfortunately, though, he looks like he's come up a bit tight on this red.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to play that with a bit of side and bend it round the first red, which will be quite difficult. Don't think there's any other choice available. So he's applying a little bit of side. You can see him there, hitting it just right of centre. And that made the potting angle for him. Well played.
42.